Hey everyone, David Potter here, Americans for Limited Government. The Freedom Convoy is on its way to DC to protest the unconstitutional vaccine mandates. And we first want to say here at Americans for Limited Government, we advocate for nothing more than peaceful protest, non-violence. That being said, let's give you some updates here on what's going on. President Rick Manning of Americans for Limited Government had this to say today. The truckers' convoy arriving in Washington, D.C. area today have wisely decided that they will not go into Washington, D.C. proper and will instead drive around the Beltway responsibly. Their message urging Congress to embrace a freedom agenda and to end COVID mandates is important at this time in American history. This decision by convoy leader Bob Bolus is a good one, and Americans for Limited Government urges members of Congress to take the concerns of these truckers to heart and then to take action by defunding the vaccine mandates. You're going to see in the description below this video a link where you can email your two senators and your congressperson asking them to defund the mandates. There still is an opportunity on March 11th for us to defund the mandates. If there's no funding, they cannot take place. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be not going into DC after all, which there's going to be National Guard there. They probably would have prevented that anyways. And here's what to look out for. There probably are going to be some spin-off freedom convoys who may cause disruptions. There could be a possible false flag accident. Who knows? Hopefully not. Hopefully there's not bad actors pretending to be part of the freedom convoy for the purpose of creating chaos or any bad outcome that you could imagine. So yeah, here is this page where you have the opportunity to email your representatives, your senators, representative singular for you, or collectively all of you representatives, to actually take action. It takes 60 seconds. And if enough emails, we bombarded Congress, you all did, with 24 million emails a couple weeks ago. Now this is our opportunity to keep telling them we want to defund Biden vaccine mandates. It's unconstitutional on a federal level. They're already gone for private businesses, but we wanted to fund them for federal workers, for federal contractors, and healthcare workers. Let's not pretend that the COVID vaccine is the same as previous vaccines. This is new on the state level or on the local level, never on the federal level. So, as mentioned here, the Pentagon approves deployment of 700 National Guard troops to D.C. ahead of expected Freedom Rally. So, 400 from the District of Columbia, 300 from other states, and this came about, this request, as several American groups inspired by the Canadian Freedom Convoy, as you're well aware of. Interesting things about this: the Guard members will not be authorized to conduct domestic surveillance activities. I don't know if that was the case with 1-6 or not, but that's interesting to note. They're also going to have 50 large tactical vehicles. So they're going to be ready for anything bad that happens. Hopefully nothing bad will happen again. No false flags, no out of control situations. We want everyone to go home. We just want Congress to defund these mandates because they're not constitutional whatsoever. And again, this is what we should be worried about is Freedom Convoy spinoffs, as the Washington Post calls them. They could show up out of nowhere and not actually represent the best interests of the American people. They could be groups that are in the minority that don't represent the best. So we're hoping and praying that, that does not happen. And lastly, with this update, we're tying this back to the Canadian Freedom Convoy. I think this is great news. Canada instructs banks to unfreeze Freedom Convoy accounts. So they froze them to end the civil unrest, and now they're giving the bank accounts back. They've seen the huge backlash. I think Trudeau knows that he is very, very disliked after he took such a heavy hand regarding the Freedom Convoy. So we're going to see what happens here in D.C. We hope it goes well, that Congress will listen. Again, you can find your opportunity here in the comments section, in the description below, to help defund Biden's vaccine mandates. Click that link below. It only takes 60 seconds to email your senators and your congressperson. For Liberty, this is David Potter with Americans for Limited Government. We'll talk to you soon.